Hi guys, in this video, I am going to have fun and play around with mathematical equations, especially circle equations and straight line equations. I am going to write my own name, using mathematical equations. This is going to be very fun for me, but however, this is not a tutorial video. This is just playing around with math. That is actually amazing in this universe, right? Everyone knows that.
Okay guys, we are going to use Desmos for the graph drawing, quite easy and light. This is kind of web-based apps, so we don't need to install this in our laptop or PC. Just open it through the web browser. Okay, here we go. Circle equation, the very basic, easiest circle equation would be something like this. Really quite famous and everyone is kind of familiar with this. And this is the radius. Of course, I will not put r, it's gonna be a real number. Put 9, for example. You see here 9, 3 squared, so the radius is 3 and the center is origin 0 0, because I don't put anything here to modify the around x and y. And then we want to use the standard form of circle equation instead of general form. Okay, let's try to modify. Put 3 here. What did I do? Bracket, I mean, typo happens every time. 7. Okay, not 3. Let's make it far to the middle. Okay, nah, of course we can also write something like this. Give me a x 15 by a equals to 0. That's too big. See, something like this, but we cannot really detect, or we cannot really find out the center of the circle, and even the radius. It's going to be more difficult in this general form. That's why we are going to use the standard form instead. Pretty obvious here. Instantly we can get the center is 10 7, right, because of this 10 and 7, and the radius is 3 because square root of 9 is 3. Yeah, easy, right? Okay, and then oh yeah, one more thing that is small but important here. Let's say x plus 10. It's gone because it's going to be here minus 10. Yeah, this is like the opposite. The sign is like the opposite, because remember that this, yeah, that it's going to be the basic formula. The basic form of the equation is actually this x and this x part and y part of the center of the circle fully minus here. That's why we have to put minus. Okay, but this is a full circle. What if we need to draw a semicircle, even quarter circles? Still, we are going to use this circle equation. However, we need to modify this equation into a certain form where x or y will be the subject of the equation. They will be put alone on the left side of the equation so that we can modify. Okay, here we go. Let's say I'm going to put y only, and then we need to modify this, yeah, and put the y only on the left hand side, and the rest, the x and the numbers, are on the right hand side. That's it. Simple as that. Of course, I will skip that details. Just go here, and then let's say 9 or 16, yeah. So the radius is 4, and then minus bracket x minus 10 square. Okay, here we go. What happened here? Because of the root, we are eliminating a half part of the circle, because the square root of negative numbers will be imaginary numbers. It will not exist here. It's imaginary. That's why it's called imaginary numbers. It's not here. That's why it's only half. Because if we put negative, look at the equation, the y will never be negative in this simple equation. Well, it's not simple. The y will not be negative ever, because square root of any number will never be negative. It's going to be 0 or any positive number. That's why the bottom part of the circle is gone. But the 0 is still possible, yeah, because square root of 0 is still 0. Okay, and let's say the center is obvious here. It's 10, 0, because I put minus 10 here, and I did not put anything around the y, so the y part of the center will be 0. Now, what if we want to move this vertically, up or down? Just do this stuff. Let's make it 12. Woo! Y minus 12, it means the y part of the center of the circle will be 12 here, right? 12. And we can write it this way, or we can also put it to 12 here. So it looks better, but it's just the same, because in this way the left hand side is only y part. Yeah, so it's really that y is the subject of this equation. And remember, again, this is only modification of the standard form of circle equation. Next step, this is quarter circle. What if we want to draw the bottom part of the circle, the bottom semicircle? Simple, guys. You put minus here. Again, this is plus. Change this into minus. Bada boom, and we have this. Why it's only the bottom part? Simple, quite simple. If we take a look carefully at the equation, remember that the square root of any number must be positive inside, right? It will never be negative. So whatever here, this value will be always positive. And we have a negative sign here, so everything here must be negative. That's why it's only the bottom part. And remember, this 12, it's only to shift the center of the circle vertically, the y part only. Yeah, originally it's like this, right? You can think this is this way too, because yeah, this is kind of easier to see. Yeah, so the 12 is not there to mess up with this idea of the right hand side. Yeah, this is always negative. Okay, next step. What if we just need this quarter circle or that quarter circle? We put interval. I don't put space here. Just directly type curly bracket and later close the bracket, of course. Yeah. Interval. Okay. 6 until 10. Alright, 6. Yeah, just the regular interval notation. And bada boom, we have a quarter circle. Amazing, right? It's just limiting things. And what's next? We can do this also, but I don't think we need that one. We just stop at semicircle and quarter circle. Okay. And what about the bottom right part? Simple. I think you have known already. Just modify the interval of x here. Can we modify the y part? Yes, but it is going to be a little bit useless, because if we get 8 until 12 interval of y, nothing will happen. Of course we can do like this, but that's not what we are aiming for this whole session, right? Okay, so we do x again. What's that again? I forgot the number. So it's 14. Then 14 for the right part, bottom right part. Okay, what about, can we draw a semicircle like this? I mean the left side only semicircle and right semicircle? Yes. However, we are going to do the opposite way of this one. We are going to make x as the subject of the equation. Okay, let's start here, square root, and then the, what is it called, the radius squared minus the y bracket thingy. Let's make it 6, maybe a little bit higher, so it's gonna be somewhere at the top. Forget the square. I am using the one typing mode. Oh, we're done. Yeah, we can look here, the blue semicircle, it's only the right part. Why is it only the right part? The logic is like this. I'll try to make it simple. Here we see in this blue equation, x is actually a function of y. Okay, x is a function of y. We know that normally, usually, it's always y is actually a function of x. Fx, f of x sounds very familiar, right? Here, the opposite. So x is the function of y, f of y. That's why x is lonely here, right? Subject of the equation. Nah, and again, whatever the result here, it is always the positive. The value is always positive, because square root of numbers must be positive or 0. 0 will be the least possible value. That's why we will not have negative x here, right? We only have positive values for x. The negative part is possible. Okay, and again the center would be 0, 12 here. Nothing no modification here part in the x part, and the y is 12, positive 12 here, the opposite sign, remember. So it's 0, 12, the center, it's obvious, and the radius is 2 coming from square root of 4. Okay, and then next I want to move the center to horizontally to the left or to the right, because vertically we are done with this, quite simple. So we just play around with this. Let's say plus 2, so it's going to be minus 2. Yes, the opposite, right? Because of the basic formula of the standard form of circle equation, like that. Okay. Here we go, the center is here. And again, the next step, if we want to get a quarter circle of this semicircle, let's say the top right part or bottom right part, we just put curly bracket for the interval of y. Yeah, if we use the x interval, it's going to be useless here. Well, almost useless, not completely useless for further things, but okay, x y part, boom boom, right, boom boom, bada boom. That's the bottom right part. The top right part, yeah, just play around with the interval. Of course we can put 13 here, but it's going to be awkward, not quarter circle anymore. Here we go. Yeah, very clear, right? And then oh yeah, one more thing. How to get the left part? Simply we just put negative, the opposite, yeah? The negative part of the circle, because again the whatever value here, the negative of square root of something is gonna be negative always. That's why it's only the left part, because the left part of Cartesian is negative side of x part, right? And we just play around with the interval and done. Okay.
Beside all these circle equations that can be modified into quarter circles or semicircles, of course we are going to use also the straight line equations, but this is quite basic. I believe the standard form will look like this: y is mx plus c, where m is the gradient, the coefficient of x is the gradient or the slope of the straight line, and the c is actually the constant, that it will be the y-intercept. Okay, for example, to x plus 5, so the gradient is 2 and it will pass through 0, 5. That's it. And we can always put something. And if we need the vertical, it's going to be like this. And we can always put interval to cut the lines into small parts that we need. For example, 2x 3, yeah, or 4 or 5. You can look the purple straight line here. 5.5, well, we will not go that far. 5 point, so a few numbers mine. For the vertical lines, we are going to use x is equal to, let's say, 3 here, purple line here, and we put the curly brackets for the interval in y, of course. Stay here. This, of course, we need a lower bound and the upper bound. Say what? 4 y equal to 6, 7, 8, 5, but not 4, yeah, it's going to be just an invisible point. 5. Wrong. Typo again, Jesus. Okay, 8 or something, right? That's it. Pretty simple for the straight line. So circle equations, straight line equations, that's it. No more. So it's going to be fun. Okay, in this stage I am going to sketch first on this virtual whiteboard. Still we are doing it on Cartesian coordinates thingy. Okay, let me draw the x and y axis. So okay, I had a research small trials first that I'm going to use 8 times 4 for regular letters. For this thin letters, yeah, let's say this is the origin. This I'm going to start here 1, 1, yeah. Right, let's do this. Lions 8 times 4, so this is the R, and then top part, yes, and this is the semicircle here, and another line
bottom. Okay, this will do. Now let's draw a Y in here. Here, I guess. Pretty simple here. Okay, that's nice. And now A maybe here. Let be here. So distance between letters. Okay, I guess. And oh wait, this is wrong. Too wide. Yeah, 8 times 4, and then of course. Okay, is it too far? Or it should be this way? Wrong. One. I guess the previous one, yeah. Distance looks fine. Okay, you may fast forward this video, but me telling me what I need to do here. Make everything okay first in the sketching. S. Alright, S. There are a lot of semicircles here, or even quarter circles, but semicircles will do. You can put semicircle here and then overlap another with another semicircle here. Doable with this semicircle, although this is 3/4 of circle. Yes. All right, here we go. Oh, and this is, let me number this for the future use. Hey, why did I write 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15? So difficult to write using just mouse. 20, 21, 23, 24. Awesome. This one is 5, this one is 9. Okay, we stop here, and I will save this first before I go to the next stage. Here we go. This is the final stage of this project. I am going to draw the graphs, many equations, straight lines, circle, modified circle, semicircle, quarter circle will be used to write my names, Ryan, but with S, so Ryans, because actually my initial name of my family name is S. So, but by the way, I love being called Rains, but it's not important here. Ryans. Okay, let's start with R. So the by the way, I will follow the sketch that I have done before, sketching without equations. The straight line, okay, straight line. This, oh sorry, going to be x is 1, interval 1, x, oh sorry, it's y, yes, okay, next, a lot of straight lines, small straight line, y goes to 5, interval 1 till 3. Copy and paste. It's a little fast. Yeah. And then the circle, oh my god, it's going to be fun yet challenging. Why right part of right semicircle will be must be in function. Square root, I'm typing SQRT, and the what? The radius
2, so it's 4 minus bracket y minus the center. The center, it's going to be like this, right? The center is 3, 7. So y is 7. Where, oops, where, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot to move the x part of the center of the circle. 3, yeah. Yes. All right, let's move on. And then this line, right? It's going to be, I believe the gradient is -1 up 6. Okay. Oh, don't forget the interval 1 until 5 in x. Oh, 1. Oh, Jesus. Close. Yes, we got one letter. One of the most difficult letter in my letter science. Now why? Only straight lines from here 6 1 until 10 9. Oh my. Okay. The gradient it's 2 2x. Move, so it's going to be minus 5 and 6 10 11. Yep, that's correct. Now the interval 6 x 10. Am I correct? Yes. Okay. The opposite, this line, right? I think it's going to be minus, like reflected, right? Horizontally reflected or flipped. It's going to be plus, moved up, plus what? 10, 20, 21. Oh, 21. Interval 6 until 8 in x. 6, 8. Awesome. 2 letters. 2 down, 3 to go. A. Okay, we have A here. Straight lines only. From, what is it? From here, 10 until 10 1 until 12 9. It's going to be steep. I guess it's 4x. Moving down, yeah. Minus 10. Whoa, 20. Whoa, 30. Not enough. 40. Too much. Maybe 38. 39. Okay. Yes, 39 it is. Passing through this, right? Yeah. Because it's not 40, it's not 38. It has to be, it's not 40, right? Yes, 39. Okay. Interval, yes. 10, 12, 10, 12, x. Pretty obvious there. Yeah, interval part is the easier part. Now the opposite, like this line, you know what I mean, I believe. Opposite, horizontally flipped, so it's minus 4. It's going to be plus what, 40? Enough 50, close 60, too much 59, 58, 57, 56, too much, yeah, 57 it is. Interval 12, 14. That's why, this is the reason why we always keep all the points in the integers without decimals or fractions, so that the interval part, it's going to be easy. Imagine if it's in decimal, the interval is going to be fractional, ugly decimals, recurring decimals. We don't want that, right, for this one. Yeah. Now the small straight line, this part, that's pretty easy. This might be the easiest part of the whole story. What is it? Y equals to 5, yes. Interval 11, 13. That's pretty easy, boys. Yes. 3 down, 2 to go. N, okay, only 3 straight lines. Okay, this should be walk the park. 15, yes. Interval in Y, 1, Y until 9. 9, not 0. Typo. Human. Okay, now this one. from 15.9 until 19.1. What is the gradient? I guess -2. Yeah, I think so. Plus what? 20? Not enough. 30? 40? Too much. 39? Looks okay. 38? Checking. Okay, so 39. The interval, yes. Obviously, 15 until 19 in X interval. So 15 X 19. Yes, let's go, baby. And then this one, 19.1 until 19.9. That's easy. Copy paste from here. Change this into 19. The power of Control C and Control E. Everyone loves. Okay, the last one, S. Oh, it's going to be the most fun. Ooh, okay. Semicircle first. This one. Yeah, semicircle that part. So it's going to be in Y. Right? Square root SQRT. Radius is 2, so it's 4 minus bracket X minus, what is the center? It's here, 22, 7. 2. Oh, right, that's far. And then the, what is it called? The Y center, 7, so minus 7. Yes, that's it, guys. Next, semicircle here, but later we are going to take the quarter circle only. So it's going to be in Y, still doable. I guess it's going to be the same. However, the negative part. Yeah, because the center and the radius are the same. We only need to get the bottom part, the negative part. That's why it's negative here. And the interval. In X, it's going to be 20 until 22. 20 until 22. Yes. Done. Awesome. Now this part. It's going to be similar. However, we just need to move down. So it means the Y center of the circle will be what? 3, yes? Yes, 3. So I'm going to change 3 here. And we just need the top right quarter circle to 22 until 24 X interval. Here we go. 24. Yep. The last part will be similar to this, but of course we will delete this interval because it's going to be semicircle and this part. Oh, we're done, guys. Science. How many equations do I have? 17. Well, it's not about the number of equations. It's not about whether it's circle or straight lines, although yes, that circle equations is more fun, it's more challenging, right? Science. Okay, that's it for now. Of course, I am going to save this and screenshot this properly and list my equations properly because it's my name given by my parents. Yeah, so it's something that to be proud of. Thank you, mom and dad. That's my name. Yeah. Math is fun. Enjoy. Math is everywhere.